Watch what happens when I refresh. This is the first one. I need to turn it off. Bounce, 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 bounce. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Basically everything is animated. Everything. Literally everything. I am working on an e-commerce website for one of my clients. Backstory being it has already been built and created, but they're just not loving the design. It wasn't created by a designer, it was created by an engineer. And not to throw shade, but sometimes design by engineers is not always great. It's very functional, but it doesn't have the aesthetic that my client is looking for. So I have a few inspirational sites prepped and ready that they've shared with me that they really like the look of. So I'm going to look at those for inspo and see what kind of ideas I can come up with. This is my client's current homepage. They sell a product that is a vegan snack. It's basically like crisps or chips, depending on where you are in the world, made of tofu instead of potato. So it's higher in protein, there's less fat, and they also have some eco packaging going on. Now, as you can see, it's just plain, it's just really plain. And if I zoom in here to show you the packaging is very graphic, very fun. I actually find it quite exciting, quite interesting. It is for sure something that would get my attention if I saw it on the shelves. So I just want them to have a website that goes with the brand a lot more than their current one. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Have a few inspo sites here of other snack sites that they really like. So one here that is pretzels, similar kind of market / competitor. So it's interesting to see what they do. They also do olives, nuts. So they're not just pretzels, but they're just another snack site to have a look at. This one is wine, little like tin cans of wine, great for picnics, I'm sure. They really like the aesthetic of this, and actually how they have this preview here with the shop now button is very similar to what my client has currently on their website, so that could be something that we keep. But I feel like this hero space is really where I want to make a difference and make it more visually appealing and graphical. This one, I love this brand. I think this is really pretty. This is plantain chips, and I love plantain chips, one of my favorite little snacks. They have a great color palette. Home pages are meant to be really fairly simple, so we're not going to put loads of content on there. And then there's another one, this is Shore, so they do a few different products as well. They have like seaweed as well as some seasonings and a couple other things. So they basically show their products off with their carousel, and this changes every, I don't know, I think it's every 5 seconds maybe. So yeah, I am starting to create a new landing page. I have a few ideas that I've already started to mock up with some photos of the product that the client has provided, and just playing around. They don't really have a color palette as much as they do have the logo and the packaging, so I have a little bit of free reign there, which I'm excited about. And the first thing I've kind of played with is putting the product so it's the first thing you see, so you know what Pure Nosh is. You know, it's these tofu chips, but instead of just having it on the really plain kind of background, how they do at the moment, putting a bit of a graphic there as well. So I'm not only designing this, but I'm also going to build it for them using the content management system, and then showing them how they can make changes in the future. So I'll probably keep this here. I'll probably take off the animation. I'm not a fan of that. Maybe do a little zoom in, but I don't like this leaning to the side thing. I don't think it looks that good. It just kind of skews the image. I will more than likely change the font that's used. I think this font is way too, it's in that Comic Sans region for me. It's not working. I think there's plenty we can do with maybe a thicker brush like script font for headings, and then keeping this in a really simple sans serif. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So that you just see they don't have a lot here, but I think there's little bits of value that we could add in. So I kind of have this pattern going on here because their packaging is very graphical. I might do another version where this is more of a, like, I don't know, kitchen counter, coffee table, and use this mock-up that they shared with me of the actual product. But for now I've just kind of separated that out into here, and I'll probably put those little like quick buy now buttons and previews down here. So that's kind of next on the screen for me to kind of draw up. This one, I think this is too wild, too crazy, even for me. It's a lot. I think the pattern, to be fair, this is a pattern I got from Adobe Stock, one of the free ones, and I love it. If I take it off the page and put it full opacity, you can see it is wild, but I love it. I just don't think it fits with the brand. And I love that it's leaves and plants, but there's almost like, for my eyes, there's almost like a face here. So like this is like the eye, and then the nose, and then the mouth, and then this is kind of the other eye, and then this is like the cheek. Does anyone else do that? Do you look at patterns and you try to see images? Like when you look at clouds and you see shapes of things. Alright, so let me create that little kind of sales area where we can do the buy now. We've got the 4 flavors, and they've kind of got colors here for each flavor, but I don't feel like it really works, like, because each packet has a color for it. So there's like a dark green here, there's a brighter green here, there's this kind of dark burgundy red, and then there's a blue. So I might use those colors to signify the flavors. All right, so this is the bit I'm going to draw up next. So just look, buy now buttons with the image and the flavors. I think this is way too big. Let me do this at like 300 for now. I feel like that's going to be too much. I'm keeping the height of my button at 45 because that's a good accessible size. I need to be able to put the flavor name in as well, so that should be a good amount of space. Sometimes working on such a large canvas, it's so easy to make everything way too big or way too small. You know what? Let's up it. Keeping all my font sizes accessible. That's really important. So the minimum I'll use is probably a 14. Buy now. Group like that needs to be bigger than the buy now. Maybe I could use this same styling. That could work. Gonna change the color of these to grey for a minute and turn off the border. Okay, I think I'm fairly happy with the position. About 150 from here, then some kind of footer. Oh, and the taster pack. Let me do that as a full screen, kind of full width section like that, something like this, and then we'll do a footer. Just getting a rough idea of what it is I'm gonna do. I need to borrow this buy now button. I might pull out some of the, so these are the graphics from packaging. Let me show you. I think they're really cool. This is the barbecue flavor. This is the salt and vinegar. I think these are so cool. I really do. Sour cream and onion. And then this one might be my favorite. Wasabi. So I think these are really cool. So this is kind of where their graphic style gave me the inspo of using like shapes and things like that in the landing space. But what I might do is pull out one of these graphics as well somewhere else, because I think they're really cool. I think they're beautiful. Not my work, can't claim it. That was somebody else. But I'm just looking through some of the images they sent. I'm just gonna make that one a bit shorter so I can get to it. So this is the barbecue. This is where I want all of them to be different, so the green. Okay, you know what? We're going to ungroup this repeat grid because I want things to start to be different now. I'll have to get the actual colours once I get the packaging design files, so I can just get all the spot colours from in there. Where is this wasabi tab? Right there. So punchy. I love that. Although I might put the greens next to each other. I feel like that's a bit much. So I might do like red, green, green, blue. Yeah, I think so. Let's do it. Okay. I don't know if I love those block colours anymore, but we'll try it for now. We'll try it for now. I want this panel, and I'm gonna see if I can make the button the brand. Doesn't really work. Doesn't work for me. For me, that doesn't. It's just becoming too much colour, which is a trap that I should have seen myself falling into sooner, to be fair. Because I like colour too much. I think the black button's too harsh, but bear with. Oh no, I'll move this one and save it for another time. Not going in that direction. But I might try out something else in a second. Because I like this. I like this a lot. It might be too busy. Let's see. Let's do a preview. Preview mode. See it at actual size that it should be. And I still like it. I think it's quite fun. What maybe I should do is bring some of these elements into the page further down. Because this then looks very, very plain in comparison. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm okay with that. Although the font I think is too big. Don't hate this, but I might go and look for a mock-up. We love a mock-up. I wonder, what if I did some of this in space that I have here? It might be a bit much, but also let me not crop it so that it's the same part of the pattern. Do something like that maybe. I want to do a few concepts. Want to do a few. So maybe I could do something similar over here. Masks and masks and masks. Too many masks. I think it's quite fun. What if I spin it around? I like that more. If I were to put it up here, because the pattern isn't like from their brand, it's just something that I I think looks like it could work. So let me just go in and get rid of a few of these, because I don't want them to obscure the brand logo. It just looks a bit odd in the navigation bar. Decrease the opacity more. Alright, let's have a look. If I make it like 50%. Yeah, I just think it feels weird there. But maybe it's not, you know, maybe it's not meant to be a thing. Maybe I'm just trying to force it too much. Because I don't want it to detract, I just want it to add a level of something to the rest of this. Yeah, I think what I need to do next is the illustrations that I'd mentioned. So what we could do is bring those all in. I could even, maybe this is pushing it too far. I have an idea. Let's take away the pattern. I don't know if this will really work, but let's see. So what if I put these up here? And then they each have this little like catchphrase. So like this one is for salty sea dogs. And maybe I make it so that these have like the buy now button here as well. Let's try it, let's see. Maybe this is an idea. So I could almost make it like a introduction to the flavors kind of thing. Let me give this a go. Let me group these and put this out the way for now. Let's just get rid of that for now. Okay, so if I were to make this like a template, so that each flavor, but what I would do is then reverse this one. So then sour cream creme. Sometimes I really can't spell. Onion. I think these are nice. This is like a nice bit of brand personality. And then let me swap the packet over. Put that packet there. Ooh, that came up a bit bigger than it was meant to. What I can do is now select all of that and copy it to there. Now let's do a wasabi. Love the wasabi one. I definitely think this is my favorite. I've not tried them, I mean packaging and design wise, because I just think it's so cool. Let me add these colors to my swatches. So that's wasabi. Let me do this for the others as well, so that I make sure I get them right. This one's salt and vinegar. Oops. I think this is the sour cream and onion color. Zen barbecue. Just this really nice red color. Okay, so these are the flavors. That's what they've kind of been using for their brand at the moment. Let me... Yeah, loving the directions. I think it could be pretty fun. Could even put her a bit more. I'm trying to make it so they have a... where it goes over this line, it's not like interrupting the illustration too much. or making any weird, like, see how this would make a weird little negative space here. I'm getting picky with details, I know. But details matter. 4. So it's cute. I really like this. Let's preview it and see what comes. I don't know what to do here. I think this might have to change. But this is cool. I quite like this. Let's go look at the inspo. Let's get some ideas. See, I love this one, how there's like some patterns as well, some dips. I wonder if I could find an image or something like that. It's cool flavors. Let me do some sort of banner with the what they are exactly. What are they exactly? Give me some space. Let's go ahead and just use a rectangle to block out some space. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Ooh. So I haven't decided on fonts yet, but I might do this in like a nice brush script. I might use the same font they've got there. Okay. That could work. I have too many. Whoopsie! Oh, wow. 374? Yikes. Why do I have so many fonts? What on earth are these from? No, come on. Some of these are like really old projects I really don't need. You know what? If I don't recognize the name, it's gone. So they want me to redesign it and then implement the design with the content management system that they have. So we pulled together a few inspirational sites that they love. So these are things, brands that they've picked out from their market segment that they like various aspects of. They like the look of it, they think it's cleaner, it's quite bold, that's kind of what they're looking for. Don't quite know what to do here yet, but scrolling down we'd have this kind of quote about what they are, and oh, you didn't think tofu could be amazing? Oh, it's amazing. Have you tried our chips? And then pulling out and kind of introducing each flavor in its own almost like full height kind of banner. Users can scroll through, so you can see they've got like salt and vinegar. You could buy that flavor straight away. Sour cream and onion, wasabi, and I've basically pulled the graphics that they use on the packaging in as well, and then the same color, so that it's kind of creating this recognizable, and you know, you can link these things to the flavor and then letting them buy the individual flavors, and then all of them. And then the next thing I need to add here is like buying the taster pack where you get one of each. And yeah, so this is kind of where we're at. I quite like this direction. I think with it being really bold and colourful direction, I think they will too. It's just really punchy, hopefully quite memorable. But we'll see. I want to do a few more ideas before I have a review with them. So I still need to do something with this hero space that's as bold and as loud as the rest of the page. I need to bump things around a little bit, move these all up and get rid of that little space there. It's a lot of colour. I'm not scared of colour, obviously. But there's a few little snippets of copy that I need to add in. I need to get the fonts to sync, and I need to do a footer, and then there's an about page, like an R story as well, that I need to take a look into. But this is kind of where I am at the moment. Thank you everybody for joining. I hope you've enjoyed watching. It's always nice to share my process with everybody. Hope it was interesting or useful. Have a good one and speak soon. Bye.